Good morning, everybody. This is Michele Channels. Um, I want to do a video today on the basics of the chakras. I did one the other day about the chakras in the ascension process, but maybe this should have gone first. The real basics of what the chakras are. What are they here for us? How are they here for us? How can they help us in this reality that we're in? So I'm just going to go through each of the chakras and explain what they are and what they are here, what purpose they're here to serve. Now, the chakras in the whole are an energetic system within our body. We have our physical body, we have our energetic body. And the chakras are the energy systems within our bodies. Now, each of these chakras connect and have a purpose to a different part of our life, a different part of our consciousness. And each of those chakras hold our consciousness, hold our programs, hold our stories, hold energy. And they also collect energy. So we start collecting, the minute we're born, we start collecting energy from all around us, from the doctors who bring us into the world, from the nurses, from our parents, from our teachers, from the media, from social engagement. Everything around us brings us in energy, or we take energy from the outside, and these energies go through our chakra system. So we have to start understanding what these chakras are and what they can do. Now, what we have to do now is we have to start clearing our chakra system. We have to start clearing those programs, clearing all those energies and those outside influences that have been collecting within our energetic system for however many years you've been alive, basically. So I'll quickly go through the chakras and talk about each one and what is their purpose and what they are holding for you. And then we'll do a chakra clearing meditation to follow. So we're going to start off with the root chakra. The root chakra is right at the base of the spine. And this is our root, our grounding. This chakra is connected to our survival in life, our safety, our security, prosperity, the foundation. This is our foundation. Now, like a house, if you don't build a foundation, what's going to happen to it? It's going to crumble. So we have to start from the root. We have to understand what the root is and how we can strengthen our root. Now, in this time on the planet, what's happening is, what has happened is everybody's root has been shaken up. And what's that is calling for is calling for everyone to start from the bottom up again. Anything that you've been doing up to now that hasn't really been from a strong foundation, hasn't really been in alignment with yourself, is going to fall away. It's going to crumble. And this is really what's happening to the world. The world is crumbling around us, as we know, because we haven't started with the root. We haven't started with a strong foundation. We haven't started from the bottom up. We've started from the top down. So the root is about your security, about your safety, about my needs are being met, I am supported, all those kind of things. Really safe, really grounded. Trees, obviously, the most grounding thing you can connect to. What trees have these huge roots down into the earth. That's why they're so solid, so solid. So connecting into our own roots, connecting right into the earth, keeping us solid. Now, if we don't have strong roots, we don't have a strong foundation, then what happens? We get blown around by everything around us. And we don't want to get blown around by everything around us, especially now. We want to be solid. We want to be like that tree. We want to be like, okay, yeah, I see that's happening, but I'm solid and I'm safe and I'm in my root and I have a strong foundation. Nothing can blow me off. So that's the root. And each chakra also has a color that goes with it. And the root chakra is red, that nice, deep, beautiful red, that strong red. So connect into that red to connect into the root. I'm going to go up now to the sacral, which is in the womb area for women, below the belly button. And this is our creative center, the sacral chakra. The second chakra has so much going on in it. It's really, once we are rooted, once we're in our foundation, then we can go up into the sacral. Then we can be creative. Now, it's very difficult to be creative if you're worrying about money, if you're worrying about your safety, if you're worrying about security. It's It's very difficult to be creative when you're not grounded, when you're not safe, and you're not feeling supported. Very difficult for creative beings too. Now, people can be creative, but a lot of people who are creative beings, artists, why can they not really manifest into the physical world? Because they're doing this creative stuff, but they're not really grounded with it. They don't have the foundation, so it doesn't actually manifest into physical reality. So our second chakra, our creative chakra, our life force energy, this is the energy that moves us. So once we're grounded, then we can move, then we can, and interestingly enough, the sacred is connected to water. And what is water? It's an element of movement and flow. So we have to move through our life force energy, moving up our life force energy, that energy that moves us, okay? Movement and flow, creativity, creating. Also a sexual center, so that's also part of our life force energy, creating life. So it's movement, it's life, it's creativity. It's also our emotional center. And we have emotions as human beings. We have all sorts of emotions. Now, there's different kinds of emotions. We can have emotion from here. We think a thought and that annoys us, and we can get angry, upset, or sad from here. But our true emotions come from deep within. They come from the sacral. These are our natural emotions, and they are so many of them and so varied, and we can have all of them. We can allow these emotions to move through us. But they move through us. They don't just stay stagnant within us. So we can have emotions, allow sadness to come up, allow anger to come up, allow joy to come up, allow bliss to come up, allow all these things to move through us, but without attaching to them, without getting stuck inside of us. So that's the sacral. So now we've moved the sacral, we've got the creative energy. We move up now into the solar plexus, which is in our, just below the rib cage in the center of our being. Now this is a beautiful, and just the sacral to go back is beautiful orange. See, I have quite a lot of orange here as I'm an artist as well. So I have a lot of orange around me, a lot of creative energy around me. And I love the color orange. It's a bright, joyful, lively color. And then we go into the solar plexus here. Golden yellow balls. We have this beautiful golden yellow ball. It's like our sun in the center of our being, our solar power that powers us. It's our power center. We have to take actions. The third chakra is about action. It's about taking all this creative energy, moving it up into the solar plexus and using it, taking action, moving out of inertia, doing things, being in our power, taking control. Power center is the solar plexus is about control. And it's not about being controlling. It's about letting go of control and at the same time taking control. The very fine line and a balance between those two things. It's our self-worth, our solar plexus. How do we feel about ourselves? It's our identity. Who am I? Beyond all these external programs, beyond all those places where we think we can take our power. We think we can take it from money. We think we can take it from relationships. We think we can take it from our work. Whatever it is outside of us. But no, we can't. We can't take anything from outside of us to fill our power. We have to come from inside out. We have to have our power has to exude from inside out, not from outside in. We can't take power into ourselves. We can, but again, it's not going to be sustainable. We have to find our internal power. We have to find that power within us that takes action, that moves us forward. So solar plexus, all about our power, it's about our worth. Who am I? I am worthy. See, I am worthy. I'm strong. I'm powerful. I am courage. And that's the energy we want to exude. I am worthy. I'm worthy of living the life that I want. I'm worthy of love. I am worthy of abundance. So connecting into our power, understanding of who we are within this world, that's all wrapped up here in our solar plexus, our identity, our power. And then we move up into the heart center. The heart, emerald green is the heart, is the energy of is the color of the heart chakra, emerald green, right here in the center of the chest. And what is the heart? Of course, it's love, it's unconditional love. It's healing, it's compassion, it's forgiveness. And this time that we're in, we're starting moving out of the mind. We've been living in the mind for many centuries, lifetimes. And moving back into living into the heart, living from our heart's desires, living from, this is our internal guidance system, is the heart. What does my heart feel? It's not about what the mind, because the mind can tell you all sorts of stories, you know. The mind works from past experiences, past fears, projection fears into the future, but the heart is just present. The heart is now. So when we connect into the heart, into our truth, into our guidance system, start living from the heart, then our world starts really changing around us. We start bringing heart-based relationships, heart-based work, heart-based experiences. What is heart-based experiences? Kind, loving, peaceful, healing experiences into our life. That's the heart. Then move into the throat chakra here at the Adam's apple. Throat chakra is sky blue, beautiful sky blue. Sometimes turquoise blue is this kind of beautiful turquoise sky blue color. And the throat is about communication, communicating. It's also creative expression, speaking our truth. So once we have all these others aligned, and we're living within our heart, then we can express ourselves, what my heart feels, what my truth is. So, and really what I want to express out to the world, what creative energy is moving up through me that wants to be expressed. So creative expression, communication on all levels. So when we're tapped into ourselves, when we're tapped into our heart, we're able to communicate clearer. We're able to express ourselves in a creative way by writing, by painting, by drawing, by speaking, by teaching, whatever it is. I mean, there's so many different ways to communicate. Or it might just be being able to speak your truth, just saying what you really feel, what those real emotions are, what your heart really desires. So communication in the throat. Moving up now to the third eye, right here, center of the forehead. And it's called the third eye because we have our two human eyes, and then we have our inner eye, our inner vision, okay? This is our imagination. It's what we see inside when our eyes are closed. And this is all about the imagination, visualization. So it's about our intuition, about our knowing. So when we open up our vision, our internal vision, we open up our imagination, we can start to look around and say, okay, what do I want to create? What do I want to see? What do I see here? So opening up this vision and this imagination that we've been given, this human body is so amazing. We have an imagination, and it's not just kids. It's not just for kids, the imagination. It's for all of us. It's for us to create, for us to imagine, visualize our dreams, create our dreams. Now, if we're grounded and we have all this solid foundation, the time we get up to the third eye, we can create, we can envision. We can see, we know. Once we see something, we know it. Okay, I see it, I know it. This is about our inner knowing, intuition. We all have intuition. We all are innate intuitive beings, but we have to develop this intuition. So third eye, intuition, visualization, imagination, or knowing. And finally, we move up to the crown. The crown, opening the crown, opening up to the universal forces, opening up to our higher self. We all have a soul, a higher being, which we need to allow into our physical body. So moving out of this physical reality into a higher vibration, bringing in our higher self, connecting to our beautiful guides. We all have guides and angels around us here to help us, to support us at this time and for all time. So the crown allows us to connect to these higher vibrations, the higher self, our guides and angels, this universal force, divine energy, whatever you believe in that is there supporting us. So connecting to our guides and angels. Now there are further chakras up here. There's the causal chakra, there's still a gateway chakra, the soul star chakra. There's other chakras I'm not going to talk about today, maybe in another video, but there are chakras that connect us to these higher energies. But right now I want to talk about these earthly chakras, the chakras that are in our bodies. And what we have to do, we have to remember, we have to clear. They're like filters in the body. If we've not cleared our chakras, then what are we doing? We're carrying all this crap around basically with us every day, all those fears and anxieties in the root that we've been holding, especially right now. Blockages in our sacral, to our life force energy, blockages in our self-worth, in our heart, in our throat, communication. So all these chakras need to be cleaned out. They're like, as I said, they're like filters. They need to be cleaned. And we need to do that by doing chakra clearing meditations. So we're going to do that right now. We're going to do a nice, gentle chakra clearing meditation. So taking a moment to settle into wherever you are. Making sure your phone's on silent, taking just a few moments for yourself. Just a few moments here. To breathe, to release, to clear. Settling back into your chair. Starting to feel your feet and your toes. Your ankles and calves and knees. Your stomach, chest and shoulders. Dropping your shoulders, dropping your arms. Relaxing your hands. Relaxing the neck. Releasing the jaw. Just preparing the body for this meditation. I like to go through the body parts just to relax the body, just to tune into the body. Because the body is where we are waking up from. The body is where the energies that need to clear. We're holding everything in our cells. We need to clear the cells, clear our energy fields. So starting at the root chakra now. If you'd like to imagine getting really grounded, you can imagine some beautiful roots going from the base of your spine all the way down to the center of the earth, connecting into that earth. And we can use this beautiful earth healing energy to clear the chakras also. And we're going to do that. We're going to start taking some lovely earth healing energy, breathing up now into the root chakra. I'm going to take a nice breath into the root, breathing into the root. And seeing that beautiful healing earth energy moving around the root, opening it up and releasing. And each time we release, we're going to breathe out all these old energies. So in the root specifically, we're going to breathe out any anxiety, any fears connected to your safety right now, connected to your survival right now. Obviously, everybody's being challenged in this area. This is a big one we need to clear. So breathing into the root and releasing. One more time, breathing into the root and releasing. And one more, breathing in. You can also envision the beautiful red hair if you like, moving and swirling, clearing, opening up to prosperity. You can do some affirmations as you go through the roots. I am safe and supported. I'm safe and supported. All my needs are met. Breathing and releasing. And one more. Breathing and releasing. Great. And taking another breath up now. Breathing up now into the sacral, connecting into the sacral. Just below the belly button, and breathing in and out of the sacral, in and out of this beautiful orange, activating your creator energy inside you, allowing for these emotions to flow and move, connecting into your life force energy, igniting that life force. This is also connected to your passions and desires, so this deep passion, this deep desire within you. Probably shut this down. Most of us have shut these passions and desires down, have been doing what we were told to do, what we should do, what we're expected to do. And all those energies shut down your life force energy. And we're reactivating these life force energies again, reactivating our creator energy, our creative energy. We are the creators of our reality. What is that passion inside you that wants to come through? What are those desires that want to come through? So reconnecting into these passions and desires, into your life force energy. Breathing and releasing, clearing as we release, letting go of any blockages here, anything here. We don't need to know what they are, just with the breath. Just breathe and release. Breathe and release. Great. And now we're going to move up to the solar plexus, in the center of the stomach here, and start breathing and releasing out of this beautiful golden yellow ball of light. Breathe and release. Connecting into your personal power, into your worth. Going beyond the influence, beyond all these outside programs, really stepping into who you are. You know who you are. I am powerful, I'm courageous, I'm creative, I'm loving. all these things. I am. Who are you? Who are you beyond the influence? Who are you? And as we breathe in, connecting to your personal power, and as you breathe out, just releasing all those external things outside of you, people, places, work, money, relationships, just breathing, releasing all of those. There's nothing else outside of you that's going to bring you any real joy and happiness, just temporarily maybe. But we need to find that internal happiness within ourselves, that internal power within ourselves, truth and our worth within ourselves. No one can make us worthy. No one can make us feel good about ourselves. Breathing and releasing. Great. And let's move up. Breathing up now into the heart center. We're in the center of the chest, this emerald green, beautiful energy vortex. I just see each chakra as a beautiful energy vortex. So connecting into this emerald green, breathing in and out of this emerald green, opening up our hearts, opening up our connection to ourselves, deep inside our hearts, to our compassion, to forgiveness for ourselves and others, to unconditional love for ourselves. First of all, for ourselves, because we can't unconditionally love others unless we unconditionally love ourselves. We can't forgive others unless we forgive ourselves. Very difficult to have compassion for others unless we have compassion for ourselves. So activating all these energies, that love in our heart, healing in our heart. And I like to also see this beautiful emerald green energy flowing through the body into the cells, cleansing the cells, sending unconditional love to the cells, to all the organs, reminding the organs of love. The cells held all our memories, so we want to reactivate those cells into love, forget any fear or pain that's within them. So sending this beautiful healing light through the cells. Breathing up now, moving up to the throat, to that sky blue, breathing in and out of the throat, opening up our ability to communicate, to speak our truth, to express our needs, our wants, our desires, also to express our creative energy. What do you want to hear? What do you want to say? What do you want to express? What are you here to express out to the world? What passion, desires are you here to share? As we move through 2020, this is what we're going to start to experience more of, this beautiful creative awakening, this time of renaissance, people coming back to their creativity. So breathing in and out of the throat. Wonderful. And now breathing up into the third eye, center of the forehead, opening up the third eye, opening up your inner vision, opening up your intuition, your imagination, and just imagine in your third eye, just expanding this vision to 360 degrees, taking off, maybe there's like these blinkers that the horses wear, removing those blinkers, letting go of those blinkers and expanding your vision. What do you want to see? What do you want to imagine? What do you want to create in your mind's eye? It's all there. Breathing and releasing. And finally using that breath to move up into the crown at the top of the head and opening the crown, opening up to this beautiful universal flow, to your higher self, to your guides and your angels. And seeing all these beautiful colors moving up through the body now, the red and the orange, the yellow, the green, the blue, the indigo of the third eye, and flowing out of the crown, the white, clear energy, all this rainbow of colors flowing all the way down to the ground, covering you from head to toe with this beautiful rainbow of lights, clearing the auric field. As we take a couple of breaths here, as our energy moves and flows within us from the root, all the way up and out, down to the earth. And we can take this energy back up again if you like, doing another clearing. So that energy moves into the earth, releases anything that's ready to be cleared. And then we take another breath up through the root again, through the sacral, through the solar plexus, up through the heart, through the throat, up through the third eye, out of the crown, and clear and release. Back down to the earth. Let's do that one more time. Taking that breath up again through the root, through the sacral, through the solar plexus, up through the heart center, through the throat, through the third eye, up and out the crown, and release back down to the earth. Very simple, very easy. We can do this every day to get grounded, to get clear, come back to ourselves. And just taking a few breaths here as we bring ourselves back to your chair, feeling your feet and your toes, feeling your hands, shoulders, all the way to the top of the head. And let's take a couple of deep breaths in now, breathing in and releasing. One more deep breath in and release. And last deep breath in and release. Opening our eyes, coming back into the room. Okay, thank you everybody. If you've got any questions, you're welcome to email me at michelecchannels.com, on my Facebook page, Michele Channels, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.